Hello, everybody. Welcome to Online Finance School with Abidemi Somoye. Welcome this beautiful Saturday. So someone is up already. Let's see. Who is it? Welcome, John. How are you today? How are you doing? So let's go and share this as we come up. Let's go and share this. Just write something like hello or something. Just write something. Welcome, Sean Yaya. Welcome, Damap. How you doing? Sean, how you doing today? Happy Saturday. Welcome, my beautiful wife, Princess Tolua Shomoye. How you doing today? Thank you so much, Damap. Thank you so much. So we'll be starting very soon. Let's just wait for a few people to get up, then come up, then we'll start immediately. Okay, so we're about to start now. Let's go and hit our share button. Good morning, Queen Doris and Gary. So good to see you this morning. So let's go and hit our share button. Let everybody go and share this, please. So thank you for joining me this morning. So today, welcome, King Paul. Congratulations once again. So good to see you. And thank you for always coming up. So today I'm going to share something. There are things you already know. But it's just to refresh your minds on important information, just to refresh your minds about some few things when it comes to finance. So the topic for today is 10 financial habits to develop. 10 financial habits to develop. Number one. If anybody can write there for me the points, I will really love it. But if not, you can make your notes so that you can go over them later. Number one, you have got to learn self-control. Learn self-control. You've got to learn how to, thank you so much, my beautiful wife. You've got to learn how to delay gratification. It's not everything that your eye sees that you have to buy. It's not everything. It's not every shop that you need to go to shop. It's not everything you have to buy. So you have got to learn how to delay gratification. It's very important. And the importance of that is you would definitely need those resources, in the nearest future. So it's not all the time that because you can afford something, then you have to buy it. No, sometimes if it is not important, then let it go. There's a particular principle that you might think you might need to live by, and that is, don't spend money on the things you can do without. Don't spend money on the things you can do without. So that's number one. Learn the act of self-control is very important. Number two, take care of your future financially. Take care of your future financially. What I'm trying to say is you need to plan for the future. It's not so wise for you to consume everything that you earn or your profit or what you have to try. It's a discipline. So you need to plan for the future. I'm not saying something wrong would happen in the future, but you've got to protect yourself. You've got to protect your family. You've got to put resources in place that in case you are not working, in case income is not coming in, how would you fend for yourself? Like begging is not an option. Kings don't beg. You already know that. So take care of your future financially. It's very important. Number three point is stay out of debt if you can. stay out of debt if you can. It's very important. So whenever you have a need, or whenever you have something you really need to put your hands on, a project, or you want to do something so important, don't let borrowing be your first thought. Don't let borrowing be your first thought. Ensure that you exhaust all options before you begin to think of borrowing. So as much as possible, you've got to learn how to stay out of debt if you can. And if you're in debt, you need to map out a strategy how you are going to pay your debt. It's left for you to actually design that. Nobody's going to knock your door and say, okay, I'm going to pay your debt for you. No, because nobody borrowed it for you. So you've got to learn and take responsibility to actually pay your debts. Welcome, Deke Paul. Thank you so much for joining me. Number 4, understand the principle of compounding. Understand the principle of compounding. What does compound means? Compound interest means, in its simplest definition, means when your interest ends interest. It simply means when your interest ends interest. For example, let's say you put let's say $1,000 in the bank, and per year they pay you 10% interest rate. So at the end of the year, you have a certain sum of money with your interest, right? So now the following year, year 2, you are being paid interest again, and you still have your principal, which is your $1,000. Now the process of whereby your interest for year 1 and your principal, and when it comes to year 2, you are being paid interest again. So you are going to be paid interest on your principal and your interest that you earned in year 1. So don't spend, what I'm trying to say is, don't have an habit of spending your interest, of your whatever investments you make. Don't make it an habit just because you feel, okay, my principal has paid a sum of money, my interest has been paid, so you use it or spend it out. No, but learn the principle of compound interest. That's what the wealthy do. That's what the richest people in the world, that's one of the principles they imbibe. Number 5, welcome Yomi Jagede. Thank you so much for tuning in. Number 5, don't be far from your expenses. Don't be far from your expenses. Don't turn a blind eye on how you spend. Don't turn a blind eye on how you spend. Just have it on your subconscious that you don't have to spend anyhow. You would spend on the things that are important. You will spend on the things that are going to move you for your goals and your dreams, for your family, to take care of them. But don't turn a blind eye to it. In fact, I have here, and it says, keep an eye on your recurring monthly expenses. Just keep it as low as possible. Don't spend so much on monthly expenses. What you spend in a month. Just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Then number 6 is number 5. I said don't be far from your expenses. Then number 6, start have an emergency fund account. Have an emergency fund account. What is an emergency fund? I know you know what emergency means. Simply means in case of an occurrence. That's what it means. So, but it's good for you to like 6 months or 12 months or 1 year, depending on how buoyant, how financially buoyant you are. But ensure that you keep an eye. You have 6 months of your like a portion of your income stored for whatever comes up, for whatever that could come up. Then also note, I was studying during the week, and it says that your emergency fund is not your investment fund. It's not what you toy with. It simply means that as I speak to you, let's assume that something happens now. Not something bad, but something that you need to quickly deal with. Can you stretch out your hand into your emergency fund to actually dig it out to solve that problem? So it's very important. Begin to put aside a portion of your income per month for the next, just have 6 months or 12 months or for emergency fund. Number 7, understand basic financial concepts. Understand basic financial concepts. Welcome, King Olamide Kuforiji, Koba Kwate. So good to see you. How are you today? So understand basic financial concept. And what I'm trying to talk about is you should know what savings are. You should know what investments are. You should know what financial planning, financial literacy, insurance, retirement plans, giving, and all that. So you should have a clear idea of basic financial concepts. Is so important for our time and age. Is so very, very important. And also, you should also understand what inflation means. You know, understand those basic, also understand economic terms. Inflation is very important. Interest rates, you should also know what that is. Knowledge is very vital. Number 8, talk to if you have kids, or soon, you know, you're going to be married, or you already have kids, ensure you teach your kids about financial literacy. Teach your kids about financial literacy. Is so important. There are some basic things you need to teach them, actually. They should know what savings are. And one thing you should need to begin to imbibe in them is, don't allow them spend all of the income you give to them. So if someone gives them, let's say, I wanted to say 5 TL. That's Turkish lira. That's not Cyprus currency. Just pick your currency. If someone gives them, let's say, $10, structure it in such a way that out of the $10, they keep 10% of the $10 in their piggy bank. The piggy bank is a small, constructed, thing that you put money in. It's a mini bank where you can use it to train them that they don't eat with their 10 fingers. So teach your kids about financial literacy. Begin to tell them that they don't have to spend all they have. Teach them how to be entrepreneurial, how to do business, how to actually make profit. Begin to teach them very early. If you were taught very early, I'm sure would have been better today. Number 9. This is from my father. My father usually tells me that do not eat with your 10 fingers. He keeps, anytime he has a meeting with the children, he keeps telling us, do not eat with 10 fingers. Do not eat with 10 fingers. But we didn't really understand. Not that I didn't understand, but when I grew up and I began to learn about financial literacy, I began to understand the importance of not spending all the money that comes to your hand. It's very important. So don't take it as a norm for you to spend all your resources. It is not a wise thing. It is not a wise thing. And number 10, which is the last point, take responsibility. Take responsibility. It's very important for you to take responsibility of your situation, of your resources, of your future. Nobody's going to decide who you will be. You will decide what you want your life to be. You will decide what you want to achieve in life. So take full responsibility for everything that happens to you. Just have a mindset that whatever I become, whatever I do, whatever my kids become, whatever my society becomes, whatever my investments become, is as a result of my own responsibility. So take 100% responsibility for your life. Don't blame people. Instead, take time to develop yourself and take responsibility for everything that comes. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you've learned something. I hope you've really learned something. Thank you so much, and let's go and hit our share button. Just hit your share button and let me say hello to everybody that came. Thank you, my princess and my beautiful wife, Akinwande Toluwa. Thank you, Koba Kwate. So good to hear from you today. Thank you, Olamide Kuforiji, for listening. Thank you, King Yomi Jegede. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Deke Paul. Who else? King Paul. So good to see you here today. Sheon Yaya, thank you so much. Damap, thank you so much for joining me. And King John, thank you so much for joining me. This will be posted on my YouTube channel, so you can easily go watch it on my YouTube channel in case you just want to learn something. And on Thursday, I'm going to see you with online the Personal Development School. I wish you a beautiful Saturday ahead. Bye and God bless. Bye.